Venom sequel bombshell post-credit scene opened up a whole lot of continuity possibilities, with Michelle Williams' Anne weighing in the form of the SHE-VENOM character high on the list, especially after the tease from Tom Hardy, who said that a solo project featuring SHE-VENOM will be coming very soon under the Sony banner, which put together with the ever-growing Spider-Verse seems like a plausible way of us seeing the beautiful pairing. The Venom sequel, Venom Let There Be Carnage, was short and sweet, and it was a movie that brought in a lot of great setups for the future of the franchise, to say the least, with the movie already being seen as the one that was partly made to set Eddie Brock in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There are no two ways about it. The sequel picked up right where the first movie's post-credits scene left us, with Cletus Kasady becoming Carnage, Venom's offspring after Cletus bites Eddie during his last visit to the cell they were holding Kasady before he's sent to the electrical chair. In his last moments of life, the serial killer Kasady becomes Carnage and goes straight to the Ravencroft institution and rescues his longtime lover, Shriek, with the two plotting an act of revenge on Eddie Brock. The whole movie builds up towards the epic battle between Venom and Carnage that is bound to happen, and even though Venom seems overmatched, he manages to take down both Carnage and Shriek, with the movie also showing to us the glowing eyes of Detective Mulligan, with his story still not nearly at the end, and him probably becoming the next symbiote-affected individual. A detail that nobody is aware of except him. This has to be Sony's way of setting up yet another Marvel villain, symbiote, Toxin, another red symbiote created by Carnage. In the comics, Toxin wants to destroy the new symbiote for fear of its power, and Venom tries to save him and make him an ally. The comic version of the symbiote becomes a bit more heroic character, as he's the one to help Spider-Man and the Avengers for a time. However, the live-action version of Toxin seems to be perfectly set up to be yet another villain in the third Venom movie that has already been confirmed, someone Eddie and Venom will have to deal with in the future. Judging by the fact of how the movie played out and the post-credit scene we got at the end of the movie, the Venom sequel definitely took place in a separate timeline from the MCU. However, the third movie has already been confirmed of being part of the MCU after the events of the latest Spider-Man movie have shown us. Does this mean that the other symbiotes are also part of the MCU? We're not quite sure, as we'll have to see over a course of a future film as to what exactly happened that allowed Venom to switch universes, and if his MCU stays short-lived, then it's highly likely that the other characters will remain separated in another universe, which brings us to Anne Weighing, who had a short-lived stay with Venom, which posed the question, is she getting her own movie, maybe even taking part in the MCU? Who knows, we'll have to wait and see. However, rumors are spreading that she'll in fact have her own time with a symbiote and a little more depth and exploration of the character, according to Tom Hardy, who confirmed that a SHE-VENOM movie is already in the making. Now, this can be just another speculation or false confirmation on some big news, but it's definitely speculation that needs to at least be looked over. The biggest reason for all the hype and the rumors we're talking about has to be the success of Spider-Man No Way Home, after which Sony has decided to continue working with Marvel movies featuring characters from the Spider-Verse. With it slowly but surely becoming a thing, Venom is already part of it. Spider-Man will definitely have a say in it, who together with the latest Morbius character and the already confirmed movie for Kraven the Hunter are just some of the characters that are already going to be heading into the Spider-Verse straight on. Madame Web is yet another superhero to join the ranks, and the latest news is suggesting that SHE-VENOM is also added to the list. A character we caught only a glimpse of in the Venom franchise, with Anne Weighing pairing with the Venom symbiote to rescue Eddie in the first movie in the forest scene.
Hi, Eddie.
Whoa.
And then Venom pairing again with her when he was on the verge of dying after not being able to find a suitable host after having a brawl with Eddie. From what we've seen so far from the movies, Venom likes Anne, and like a good brother of Eddie, he wants to somehow pair the two together. Tom Hardy decided to return the favor and tease the public about Michelle Williams returning as SHE-VENOM for a solo project under Sony's banner very soon, which goes well with the fact that Williams also likes to explore the character further down the line. Outside of this, nothing else is known about the project. Guess we'll have to wait and see if more news comes to us after all the fuss we have right now. Just to be clear, SHE-VENOM's future looks to be hanging in the balance after the Venom sequel's post-credit scene. With it rightly expanding on the primary winning dynamic from the first movie, bringing the odd couple's back and forth love story between Eddie Brock and Venom. The Venom saga so far has primarily focused on Brock's relationship with the symbiote, everything the two have to deal with now that Carnage's hell broke loose, and the upcoming supervillain the two will have to face in the form of Toxin. One character we wish but so far have not gotten more time from is Anne Weying's SHE-VENOM and her pairing with the symbiote in two crucial moments throughout the two movies.
You made me special.
Damn right.
Why don't you put a cherry on it?
Fans think that the character was underused and compared to her Marvel Comics counterpart, and Marvel and Sony seem to have moved past the character since Anne, as it stands right now, will not be part of the wider MCU, and will have to wait for her glory in the Spider-Verse. And while it would be a mistake for us to discount SHE-VENOM's appearance in the MCU altogether, we're more than certain that the next outing of the character will likely come in one of the future projects that will take part in Sony's Spider-Verse. The first time we saw SHE-VENOM, we thought that the featurette was supposed to give the character more screen time. However, the sequel made sure that that was not the case, as it returned the character in an almost identical way to the previous time we saw the character.
Oh, don't be a big baby. Go help your friend.
He said I couldn't get a job fixing toilets.
As things stand right now, we can say with certainty that SHE-VENOM and the other Sony Venom Universe properties like Shriek and Toxin are left stranded on a different plane of reality, without their title or protagonist, and as a result, somewhat forgotten characters that will have to wait their turn. And while the MCU seems to be taking charge in absorbing Venom, SHE-VENOM's character seems to be in limbo, with her future not completely ruled out, and we're saying this because of how things are unfolding during MCU's Phase 4 events, and all the multiverse setting, which could, on the other hand, be just the thing that Sony's properties are waiting for, and them to be somehow transferred to the MCU as well, and not just Eddie and the Venom symbiote. The SHE-VENOM's wasted potential is noted, there's no doubt about it. However, we think that it's a very unlikely scenario for us to see SHE-VENOM in the MCU first, and then in the Spider-Verse, and not the other way around, with the latter option posing as a better one for a standalone project, one that Tom Hardy was teasing us about. On a related note, tell us down in the comments below, what do you think about the SHE-VENOM character? Is Anne Weying up for it? Is even Michelle Williams up for it? Where do you see the character fit in? And what are the chances of SHE-VENOM becoming part of Sony's Spider-Verse before making her debut in the MCU? But also don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.